Hello there, and welcome to another Commodore 64 playthrough. And today we're going to play through the football management game called The Match. This is a very late entry into the sort of Commodore pantheon. It's 1992, so right at the end of it. It's moving on from the sort of Kevin Toms era. Okay, so I'm just going through here again. I can't seem to pick Manchester City, which is a complete travesty. So who am I going to be? Let's be... Oh, decisions. Obviously, I can alter a team if I want to alter a team, but that's no good, is it really? I'm going to be Hartlepool, 36. So P, enter your team number. So this is a football manager simulator, and it's one of the first football management games that I remember playing where you actually develop an attachment towards your team and towards your players. Now when you've got things like Football Manager, the proper version, if you like, and you get these things called regens and the sort of regenerated players, if you like, and you get the ability to you gain an affection towards these different players, and you can't in the early days of, say, Football Manager, like the Kevin Toms version, you weren't really, you just got basically the names of famous players, so that was all quite exciting, but it wasn't really realistic because you wouldn't have Peter Shilton in the old fourth division, for example. So whereas with this one, you get these regenerated players. So I got real attachment towards some of these players, and it was quite it was quite exciting. So I'm going to hire a scout. Hi, it's Dave. I've been finding out some facts about Burnley. Give me £500. No, don't want to pay Dave. That's cool. So you got this as well. So let's look at the ground screen. At the moment, you're receiving £2 per ticket. God, 1992 prices. So yeah, so that's cool. So let's just play a match. I mean, there's not really much point in getting too far in this. Okay, so that's a train screen, but there's not, you can actually change some of these things. So apparently, was it Adams who needed to work on his passing? So this is actually quite advanced for for the time passing. Yeah, how cool's that? So I mean, we're now talking quite sophisticated ability to play around with things. So I'll go to the physio and just say everybody's in good shape. Great, so let's go and play a match. So I remember getting really attached to a certain striker called Hume, and yeah, I really enjoyed it because you get this match screen where you get to see like real football players, and you can actually get a sort of feel for what's going on. You can see the full pitch, and you can see what's going on with the team. Oh, you can see little graphics showing who's passing to who. It's really good, and you go to A and it tells you how people are doing. So who's playing what, alter which rating. So you get to assess how well you think a player's doing. It's not just up to up to sort of a number. Football management games on computers, even these days, they sort of take the mick out of them, and they say that they're basically spreadsheet games, which I thought was quite funny. So yeah, so I've scored a goal. Hey, the crowd goes wild. 10,000 of them. Not bad, eh? Not bad at all. And you can speed this up. I think with the greater than key, that does speed things up a little bit. So let's see how we do that. So let's sped it up a little bit. So that's quite cool. So yeah, so I'm definitely on top in this game. And it was just a really cool game. It doesn't have obviously the depth that some of these games do, because in this day and age, obviously you don't even have the ability to store the amount of data you would need to have sort of hundreds of players. But the whole sort of interface as well. So he's been injured, so I better get him off. Yeah. So I need to get. Oh, I didn't do any substitutes. Oh, silly me. Silly me. Oh well. Oh dear. So that's going to be me in trouble, isn't it? So that was quite a cool thing as well. So I'm going to see if I can speed this up anymore. Yeah, so let's speed up. So 2 of them have been injured now. So I don't know why there's 2 substitutes. I don't remember there ever being 2 substitutes in English football. It's always gone from 1 to 3 to 5 to 7. That's a bit bizarre, but I think I'm going to get away with this game. So 82, 85, 87. Yay! Well, what about that, eh? What about that? So that was Division 1, which is not me. It's I'm not Division 2 and I'm not Division 3, but I'm Division 4. Yes, how exciting. So I'm away to Burnley in the next match. Morale's 35%. That's good as well. So let's change the team. Let's see how everybody's doing. So I've got 2 injured players, haven't I? So yeah. So it's a lot different than somebody just giving you a rating. So I need to swap my players. So let's have a look at Mr. Adams. Oh, is it not Adams? Is it Headman? Is it that trying to be? So he needs to be swapped with one of these attackers. So I'll assume that he's all right. And then I need to swap again. So I'm going to go get rid of Mr. Hughes. And I'll swap him with Mr. Irwin. So cool or what? Select. Yes. Exit. Let's cool as exit, and let's see what options I've got. So training, so I could change these training settings. That's quite cool. Again, you can get this sort of thing with the sort of entry level ones if you want. Market. This is the market indicators. I want to buy somebody. Let's see. I have a full squad. Okay. And you can sell players. So who do I want to sell? Let's have a look. Who do I not fancy? So let's sell. I'm just doing this for a laugh. Let's sell Rusk. Get 70 grand for him. Yes. Thank you, Doncaster. Let's see who we've got. There are 4 players and offers. Yes, and you can actually bid if somebody catches your eye, you can actually go and buy them. So it's completely different to most football management games. Even now, you make your own mind up about how you think somebody's going. So yeah, I did subs, didn't I? Oh, I forgot to subs again. Oh, silly me. Silly me. I don't even know what league Burnley are in. I don't know if they're in our league or a higher league or whatever you want to do. Yes, but I didn't do subs, so that was silly of me, wasn't it? So that was half time. So it just bombed through quite quickly as well, which is quite a cool little thing. Oh, we've scored. And that, again, often a plague of these sort of 8-bit games with how slow they were. But this really does bomb on, and the amount of depth and everything is so cool. So there we are. So we've won our next game in the FA Cup round 2, and then I'm away to Doncaster. So I could play around with my formation. I could do things, and yeah, it's just sort of generally get a sort of get a feel for how things are going. So yeah. So anyway, yes, this is a brilliant little football manager game. Very, very recommend that we. I want to have a look at the 4th division table. So Darlington and Hartlepool, how exciting! I do recommend that you have a little play through this because it's very much it's very advanced for what the Commodore 64 had to offer in these terms of football management games. So yeah, have a go. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like. If you've got any questions, leave a comment below. And don't forget to subscribe.